Hi, class. It is Saturday here, the weekend, and it is raining outside. And so I thought I would take this time and get into a new author study and illustrator study. The next few books we're going to read are both by the same author and same illustrator. Diana Hutz Aston is the author, and Sylvia Long is the illustrator. And you're going to see some similarities between this book and the other three books that we are going to read in the coming weeks. Now, as it is raining today, we still have kind of some springtime rains going on. And that really harkens to this book's title that we're going to read today. A seed is sleepy. So like many seeds this time of the year, they are just getting ready to wake up. But before they wake up, they are still a little sleepy. So if you notice, A Seed is Sleepy, the title of this book, and I'm going to read to you the other titles of the other books that we're going to read. A rock is lively, a butterfly is patient, and an egg is quiet. Now, all of these books you'll see have some similarities. And the first that I want to point out is that a seed is sleepy, a rock is lively. We are giving these objects that we wouldn't normally associate with personal kind of animal qualities. We're giving them sleepy, lively. We're creating personification, what's called personification. Now, you wouldn't normally think of a rock as lively or a seed as sleepy. Those are things that we might, call other humans or other animals. But by assigning these objects that we think are kind of benign, qualities like sleepy and lively, we're really allowing the author to kind of take us down a path that we wouldn't normally think of about seeds, rocks, butterflies, and other objects. So let's begin. A seed is sleepy. On the cover here, we see a few seeds. Look at all these seeds. You can take a moment and pause the video if you want to really take a close look at all the different types of seeds. A seed is sleepy. It lies there, tucked inside its flower, on its cone, or beneath the soil, snug, still. A seed is secretive. It does not reveal itself too quickly. Most seeds sleep through a season or two, waiting for the warmer temperatures of spring, but some take their time. 10 years might pass before the bright red-orange seed of the Texas mountain laurel shows its purple blooms. Wow, 10 years. Can you imagine? I didn't even know that some seeds can take 10 years. Wow. A seed is fruitful. 90% of the plants on Earth are flowering plants. Flowering plants produce fruits. Fruits of all shapes and textures that keep the seeds cozy until they have found the right place to grow. A seed is naked. Yes, naked. Scientists call, this is a word that your teacher's even going to struggle with. Let's try it together. Scientists call gymnosperms seeds that aren't clothed in fruits, naked seeds. Most naked seeds hide themselves on the scales of cones until they're ready to make a dash for the ground. Oh, pine cones. Absolutely. Who would guess that a seed as small as a freckle would grow into the world's tallest tree? Only 10% of redwood trees begin as seeds, though. Most redwood trees spring from existing trees. Fascinating. Look at how tall some of the redwood trees get. 350 feet high. Seeds come in many sizes. The orchid seed is the smallest of all. There might be 1,000,000 seeds in one pod. The seed of the Coco de Mer palm is the largest. It can weigh up to 60 pounds. My goodness. A seed is adventurous. It must strike out on its own in search of a less crowded place to put down roots. A parachute of fine silky hairs can take a dandelion seed 100 miles from its parent plant. Wow. Before we continue, take a moment, think about and keep something in your mind, at least a thing or two. Two things that you have learned about seeds so far that you did not know before. For me, it was that a seed could last 10 years, at least for a certain plant, before it sprouts and grows. And also that the seed of a redwood tree is no bigger than a freckle. Wow, it's incredible. Drift seeds float on ocean currents from one shore to another, and their thick protective shells keep out seawater. They have enough air inside them to help them float. We see coconuts and palms. Ear pod. Wow, that sounds like a product made by Apple. A seed is inventive. Wow, I've never heard anything quite like a seed called inventive before. That's something we would normally, describe a human as inventive. Interesting. To find a spot to grow, a seed might leap from its pod or cling to a child's shoestring or tumble through a bear's belly. A seed hopes to land where there is plenty of sunlight, soil, and water. A seed is generous. This here. Seed is generous. It gives the baby plant or embryo a seed coat to keep it warm. You can pause the video here if you want to see how long it takes to go from seed to plant for a lot of these. The embryo's first meal comes from its seed leaves, or cotyledons. Cotyledons. Seeds with one seed leaf, like corn, are called monocots. Seeds with two seed leaves, like beans, are called dicots. Mono, one, di, two. Some seeds are ancient. Not all seeds are eager to germinate. Some have lain dormant or slept undisturbed for more than 1,000 years. The oldest known seed to sprout came from an extinct date palm tree after it was unearthed from a long ago king's mountaintop palace in Israel. A scientist planted it. 4 weeks later, it sprouted. That is incredible. Think about that. It lay extinct, it lay dormant. more than 1,000 years. A seed is thirsty and hungry. Does that sound like some of you during this time? Once a seed has shed its coat, it drinks in the rain, the dew, and yesterday's icicles. It feasts on minerals in the soil. Another part of the seed, the shoot, is sensitive to light, so it reaches for the sun. A seed is clever. It knows to seek the sunlight, to push itself up, up, up through the soil, but it must wait a while before that happens. Plants make their own food through a process called photosynthesis. Inside plant leaves are cells containing chemicals that absorb the sunlight. Light gives them the energy they need to turn water and carbon dioxide, which is a gas in the air, into food. A seed is sleepy, but only until it has found a place in the sun and it has had its breakfast and a drink of water. Then a seed is... Pause the video here. Describe what you think is going to be on the next page. How do you think they're going to describe a seed once it's had its breakfast? Then a seed is awake. I hope you all have a terrific Monday, and I hope to see you all in office hours in a little bit.